here I am. It's Friday night. Letting loose, cutting loose. And something that's been bothering me all week, right? Colin Kaepernick, he's this 49ers quarterback, had the audacity to sit down. Who was asked, of course, why he was sitting down during the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, why would you do that? This is the America song. Find a dandy, because this is America. And he actually said, like, look, the reason why I sat down during my self-protest is because, oh, wow, that was a good one. He has a problem with police brutality in this country. He has a problem with racial inequality in this country. And because he has this platform as a quarterback for a prominent National Football League team, where he can, it's good shit. Where he can have, like, the platform for millions of people, he's going to use that platform to show what he believes are injustices in the society. Which is fucking great, because, I mean, I don't know about you, but all the football players I knew in college, they're all sociology majors. Let's just assume that Colin Kaepernick's a sociology major, like all college football players are. At least he learned a thing or two in his fucking class, right? And Colin Kaepernick is able to permeate this barrier and talk about this very important issue. He wanted to make it clear this isn't an insult to veterans. People often associate the Star Spangled Banner with, like, this is about veterans, this is about supporting the troops. Oh my god, like, here's the thing about flags, alright? Flags are a symbol for whatever you want them to be, just like anything is. This beer could be a symbol for cheapness and bad decisions, obviously, because it's a Pabst, right? But, like, the American flag can mean whatever you want it to be. For a lot of people, it means, like, freedom and liberty. And for a lot of people, it means the, like, complete wipeout of your people if you're Native American, the enslavement of your people if you're black. But when we do this whole Star Spangled Banner stuff, we're all supposed to put that aside and do it because we love the troops and we support the troops. If you really want to be fucking patriotic, here's the thing. If we really cared about them, we would make sure that sending them into battle, sending them into harm's way, would be the last result. We would be angry if we were getting them into wars for no reason. If we were getting them into wars for crazy reasons. If we're sending off, like, people I went to high school with, people I went to college with, people I grew up with. I don't want you to send them off unless it's, like, absolutely necessary. If you're sending them off for, like, bullshit battles, or, like, wars that are poorly planned, that should be the thing you should get upset about. This is no longer the country of the land of the free and the home of the brave. It's a country of airheads and assholes. People shield themselves from the situations that other people are experiencing just so they can feel safe in their own, like, little fucking cocoon. When in reality, there are people who don't feel the American dream working for them. And there are people in the front office at the NFL who are saying, oh, this is insane. He's probably not going to get drafted or, like, traded to any team ever again. His career is over. But you know what? He's interesting people. He's getting people interested in this fucking bullshit sport. In a civil society, someone would say, hey, there are a lot of videos of black people getting their asses kicked by police. Oftentimes, that's pretty unfair. It couldn't have escalated or shouldn't have escalated that way. Maybe we should, like, have a talk or a conversation. It's being closed-minded, and that's not the way it should be. The people out there who say that Colin Kaepernick is being bigoted or that he doesn't know what he's talking about, you don't know the first fucking thing about America. America is a country where you get to freely protest. America is a country where if you see something wrong, it is your goddamn right to change it. Protest is never convenient. It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to shake you out of your, like, complacency. Because only when you're shaken out of your complacency do you realize that there's a problem. Let's look at the fucking Constitution that people love to say. This isn't the Constitution, this is the Declaration of Independence. We hold all these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Should one group of people be treated by the police one way and then another group of people be treated the other way? That's completely antithetical to the idea of all men and women, by the way. And people who don't fall into that gender binary are created equal. That's completely fucking antithetical to that. If you disagree with that, you are patently and unbelievably un-American. Let's continue. Let's go to the 14th Amendment, the Equal Protection Clause. Equal protection under the law. That's the 14th Amendment. Guess what? That wasn't the original Bill of Rights, but we changed it because that's fucking America. We find something that's wrong with the country, we work through the system to fix it. Sometimes the system fights back. You wanna know what was fighting back against the 14th Amendment? Fucking slavery, okay? And we even got that through. Equal protection under the law. Brock Turner. A normal rape case would have gotten easily 12 plus years in prison. Brock Turner gets 6 months, and because of good behavior, because, oh, you know, he was making a mistake, got 3 months. That is not fucking equal protection under the law. There's a high school player who, like 17 or 18, someone charged them with sexual assault, and they got put in the locker for a long time. And then the defendant finally came out and said, no, I was making it up. And this is a sad day. The plaintiff was black. He was still stuck in prison. His life is screwed. That's not equal protection under the law. The judge didn't say, oh, he was a little kid who, like, didn't know what he was going into. Oh, he was a nice guy. No. When there's a black guy involved in a rape case, he had the book thrown at him, which I think should, like, generally happen. Rape is no joke, obviously. It's very traumatic to people, and when there's enough evidence, throwing the book at them. But you take this other case where it's even more clear and cut through that this person sexually assaulted someone else. Like, why the fuck does Brock Turner get to walk after 3 months? You know what he did? Oh, hey, what'd you do this summer? Oh, yeah, I had this cool internship. It was fun. Oh, what'd you do this summer? Oh, I traveled in Europe. Oh, what'd you do this summer? Oh, I spent some time in jail because I did this one thing. But you know what? It's all over. I'm going to go back to Stanford. I'm going to go back to swimming. I'm going to go back to the rest of life. Back to the rest of his life. Well, that poor woman is traumatized for the rest of her life. You want to know why? Because the thing that Colin Kaepernick, and the thing that you should do relating to this, the thing that Colin Kaepernick is protesting is that equal protection under the law, the 14th Amendment that is in the Constitution of the United States of America, is not being practiced. And it's our duty as American citizens to make sure that it's practiced. And so you should not stand with Colin Kaepernick, sit with Colin Kaepernick. Because all of these fake distractions of, hey, like, put your hand over your heart for the America song, that's irrelevant. What the fuck does a song do for anybody? You want to know what does something for people? Changing laws, electing officials, making sure that people have their fucking rights, and not being a complete and total airhead with, like, how you handle policy. Because if everything about America to you is symbolic, then you're not fucking American. You're fucking stupid. Oh my god. What is good? What is good? I said a lot of things last night that some of them I definitely went a little bit too far, but other ones I think I made some great points. So, regrets. I said let's assume that Colin Kaepernick is a sociology major because I have in my head that all football players are sociology majors. That's wrong. I checked. Colin Kaepernick's actually a business administration undergraduate, and I'm sorry for that, to stereotype all football players as sociology majors. It's just, that's at least the racket Berkeley's got going on. At one point I said, you only like it when blacks throw nice balls. My only regret for that is phrasing. Here's where I was completely and totally right. I said that football is a bullshit sport. It's not a bullshit sport. It's just inferior to soccer in most, if not all, ways. Real care for the troops is not actually just standing up for the Star-Spangled Banner and cooking hot dogs on the 4th of July. Real care for the troops is thinking about before and after. Before, do we really want to put them in all of these wars and conflicts that are erroneous? Do we want to put them in dangerous situations they don't need to be in? And are we really being careful with how we do our foreign policy so that troops are one of the last responses we do? Like, it has to be a dire situation. And B, when they come back, we have homeless veterans, we have poor veterans, we have jobless veterans, we have veterans who are suffering from mental illness, and I don't see a lot of people talking about that while you're roasting hot dogs or sitting at football games. So that's actual patriotism you should pay attention for if you really care about the troops. And one more thing. The outrage about the Brock Turner Stanford rape case and the outrage about police brutality, those are just as American as people who really love their Second Amendment rights, because at the end of the day, they're both citing the Constitution. The gun rights advocates are citing the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Everyone else, in this case, they're citing the 14th Amendment, equal protection under the law. They don't see that happening, and how else are you going to make that known? We've had people who own guns have protests. They walk into Chipotle's everywhere, and they protest their right to bear arms there. But someone sitting at a football game, and that's really what upsets you? You really need to get a grip in that case. Like, protests of any kind are uniquely American. That's what American was founded upon. You can't question someone's patriotism for protesting. In fact, you can question the patriotism of people who question the patriotism of people protesting. That's what you can take home to the bank. That's what I'm doubling down on. As well as this food, because I never want to wake up like this again.
I'm going to do what I want to do.